next catches him by surprise.
Why is this guy running? Did he hurt someone? Did he carjack this car? Did he just do something wrong? What exactly just happened?
The officer calls for backup. The driver is now a suspect and potentially dangerous.
At that time, I notified my dispatch that the vehicle wasn't stopping, so that way my sergeant could get to me quicker.
When I got to Randolph Street and Huntington Road, I noticed the vehicle was coming in my direction. I also noticed a civilian car that was right there at the stop sign, and I tried to put my vehicle between that vehicle and his car, which drove them off the road.
The move pays off, and the suspect is driven off the busy road.
I figured he would stop, but he didn't. He continued on.
He wasn't going to stop and had no regard for anyone else on the road.
Sergeant Whetstone notices something else alarming.
He wasn't capable behind the wheel. I mean, again, he was having trouble shifting. You could see where he got hooked up when he would leave the roadway.
The suspect leads police into a quiet neighborhood.
When he turned on Randolph Street again, I figured that's where he lived.
But the driver puts civilian lives in danger when he turns off the road onto private property.
He cut across someone's yard and ran into a portable basketball hoop, and it ended up stalling in the middle of the roadway.
Officer Dennison doesn't hesitate. He jumps out of his patrol car to make a quick arrest.
I decided to approach the vehicle with my taser drawn. He did look at me as soon as I walked up to the passenger window, but had no phase on him. He still wanted to get away, still trying to put the car in gear.
Wanting to put an end to the chase, Dennison fires up his taser.
At that time, to stop any further resistance, I went ahead and deployed my taser, which struck him into the right side of his body.
But the taser has little effect on the suspect.
He started shaking from the taser, and at that time, I opened up the driver's door and took off running, something I've never seen before. I had to take a double look real quick. Did he really just take this? And that's when I started chasing him.
Officer Dennison chases the suspect to the dark backyards, while Sergeant Whetstone sets the plan in motion.
I knew where he was running to as far as cutting through the houses, so I kept going with my vehicle.
The sergeant exits his vehicle, waiting for the suspect to fall into his trap.
I started to go back towards the back of the house, and at the same time the suspect came charging right towards me.
Sergeant Whetstone orders him to stop, but the threat of another jolt doesn't scare the suspect. He charges right for the officer.
I got him just below the waistline and in the upper chest. It did not affect him at all. To my surprise, it was like a dance. He jumped around and was using his hands, ow, 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 and was brushing the probes off of him.
While Sergeant gave him orders, I gave him orders to get on the ground. He refused to do so.
My instinct then was just to take him to the ground, so I just moved in and charged him.
And finally, we bring him down by physical force.